So he didn't take any time. Maybe he learned some things, but
nope.
No character development for our protagonist. There you
No,
have it. It's just like
all he gained was self-respect.
It's just like Predestination.
Yep.
No character development,
and he ended up exactly where he was. Yep.
Dating a girl, but this time an age-appropriate one.
So, did you know that this movie was a box office flop?
Fun facts portion. It makes sense to me that it was. I don't think it was. There's not enough people that knew about it to
but it's now remained a cult classic. I'm sure it's made its money back by now.
Yeah,
but when it was in the box office, it was $10 million short
from making what they
spent. Yeah, which is kind of sad.
Yeah,
but let's be real. Nobody really knew what Scott Pilgrim versus the World was before the movie came out.
Yeah, I mean, I barely knew.
It was a small graphic novel that some people might have heard of, and by some people I mean Edgar Wright.
Yeah, he did great with it.
Oh yeah,
he talked about Edgar Wright.
Yeah, this is
some
definitely
of his movies are good.
One of the better Edgar Wright movies, if not the best Edgar
Quite
Wright
the opposite
movie.
of Last Night in Soho, which you convinced me was a bad movie.
Right, yeah. It was fun still, but it was not a good movie.
Yeah.
This one is a good movie, and it's fun.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
I mean, what do we learn from this movie? Does it have any moral... Like, do we become better people from watching it?
By watching Scott make literally every wrong choice, and you go, ugh, why would somebody do that? You become a better person.
The first choice that you can make that's the opposite of Scott Pilgrim is don't
date minors.
Schoolers.
Yeah, don't date minors.
Yeah, stay away from minors.
Unless you are a minor, in which case you can date in high school. That's fine.
Yeah.
But once you're out of that, probably consider not doing that.
I think
crazy thought.
I think most people should just date people that are age appropriate for themselves.
Very hot take for sure. No. So
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills in the world today.
Yeah.
all these men on the internet are like, yeah, man, you can be however old and date a 20-something-year-old girl, and I'm just kind of like,
you probably shouldn't.
I'm like, but why?
You're in two different places in your life.
But
they
think it's okay as long as she's 18. I'm like, bro, what? That's a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no way y'all have the same things in common.
Yeah. You're right.
I mean, if you're trying to date somebody in their 20s and you don't have TikTok on your phone, then you shouldn't be dating them because they probably do. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have TikTok downloaded, then they're too young for you.
And this is why you should not, like Scott Pilgrim, date a high schooler.
Yeah.
Or someone within I'll say a generous 5-year age gap of you.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, because wasn't there 2 endings to the movie?
There are multiple endings to the movie, and there's also a different ending for the graphic novel.
Yeah. So why don't you tell the folks at home, or wherever you are, if you're on your phone. I mean, you're watching Full-Time Movie Fans from somewhere, wherever you are.
There were 3 actual endings, and they shot all 3 because they didn't know which one they liked the most.
Yeah.
The first one is that he still goes with Ramona.
That's the one that we saw, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The second one is that he goes back with knives. And the third one is that he leaves to go hang out with the nigga Scott.
Yeah.
That's all 3 endings.
Do you feel like the one that they chose was the correct one?
I think it's an okay one. I think they're all pretty much on the same level.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think one's better than the other?
No.
You don't think him getting back with the high schooler is worse than hanging out with Nega Scott or going out?
I think for his character, I think they're all pretty on the same level. Because the whole purpose was for him to learn self-respect, and either way, he ends up seeking the attention of somebody else. So, which makes sense for him.
So the ending that we got, where he goes after Ramona, I feel like that's the move I would have made.
Okay.
Because I'm endlessly hopeful.
Yeah.
And I would have just been like, no way. I think we still have something that can work. I'll go with you. I want to be with you wherever you are and whatever that looks like. That's what I would say. and I also would have did that. I definitely would not have gone back with knives, even though she is Asian and I am Asian.
Do you think the audience will get the point about knives?
Where he says "chow knives."
No,
He does say that. At the end, he says "chow" as
Chow
in
knives.
buy.
Yeah,
Buy knives, and
because her name's Knives Chow.
yeah.
So I read all of the graphic novel.
Wait, weren't you going to say something about knives?
No.
Oh, you
I
were.
was not.
You just
No.
brought it up.
I just brought it up.
Okay. Well, chow.
I read the whole graphic novel, and I'm going to tell you, I'm extremely impressed with how they made such a great movie out of that dumpster fire.
Oh, really? You
It's-
didn't like the comic?
It's
Or
not.
the
It's
graphic
not
novel,
that
sorry.
good. No, it's not that good.
Really?
It's so slow and so boring, and has such little fighting in it. I mean, the fight between him and the vegan was not a cool like base fight off. It was them going into a strip mall, finding things to fight each other with, and then not fighting each other with them.
Yeah.
Because his vegan powers explode the entire building, and then they have to postpone their fight.
So
That's what happens.
So in this case, the movie is better than the novels.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. A very rare case. There's a part where Scott has to fight the evil ex-girlfriend,
Yeah.
and Scott gets his sword fueled by the power of love in that moment to fight
Yeah.
her in the front yard of Ramona's house. And out of nowhere, Knives' dad shows up to fight Scott because his daughter is dishonoring the family by dating a white boy. And he watches Scott fight the evil ex-girlfriend with his sword katana fueled by love, and he's so impressed with Scott's skill that he says, "You know what? You can date my underage daughter."
You know, I think that that makes him a bad dad for wanting to fight a guy who's dating his daughter because he's white and not because he's old.
Yes, I agree with that.
So racist. but
It was
also-
weird,
so if he was an Asian,
but it's also like double racist because the Asian dad is impressed with his katana skills.
yeah, yeah. Well, see, as someone who's Asian and white, I'm double offended.
And this also happens right after Ramona cheats on Scott with her ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, the movie's better.
Yeah.
I think
Everybody's morally terrible in the graphic novels, which just makes it so like, okay, so why am I reading this? I don't like any of these people.
yeah, no, there's no characters for you to like.
No. I'm rooting for Gideon, because
Yeah.
he's the only one that's got his life together.
Yeah, because he knows what he wants and he takes literal control of it.
Yeah. It's crazy. There's also this weird thing in the graphic novel where the mind highway is used a lot and is used against Gideon to destroy him.
Oh, yeah, that definitely sounds a little crazy. The movie is crazy, but in a good way.
Yeah. The movie's great. Watch the movie.
Watch the movie. Don't read the graphic novels, please.
Or read them and then go, why is this? Why is there so many scenes of all of these friends hanging out? Scott gets a job in the graphic novels where he washes dishes at the restaurant where Steven Stills works and then gets fired from it because he's so bad at the job.
It sounds like Scott.
That's an entire part of the story is
Yeah.
that Scott gets a job
Because
he can't pay rent. He also gets kicked out of the apartment with Wallace because Wallace gets a new apartment and doesn't want to live with Scott anymore because Scott doesn't pay rent. It's crazy. There's a bunch of like just random weird things that happen, and it's just like you're watching somebody live their life and not do anything about it.
So Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the movie by Edgar Wright, just cuts the fat out of the graphic novel.
And fixes the boring.
Yeah. And also,
Most of the fights aren't fights. They're just like,
and also
we have to fight each other now, and then
Yeah,
the fight's over.
For the most part, I thought all the fights and conflicts with the
It was
were
fun.
really good. Were
And
good.
unique.
Yeah, unique.
Other
whole
fun
movie's
things about the movie and that's different from the book is that the band's name is not Sex Bomb. It's Sonic and Knuckles.
Okay, I could see some issues with them putting that in the.
Scott doesn't use Pac-Man as an opener for girls, he uses some fun fact about Sonic the Hedgehog.
Nice.
And the Ramona's hammer that comes out of her bag is a reference to Amy Rose from the Sonic franchise as well.
Oh, gotcha.
And during that crazy fight sequence in the graphic novel, Ramona puts Scott in her purse.
Oh, that's cute.
And carries him around.
I think a lot of girls wish they could do that.
Kind of dumb.
To their men.
I don't know. Is that true? Would you carry me around in your purse?
Do you want to just...
She said, no, they always weird me out when dogs do that.
When they put dogs in their little pockets?
But it wouldn't be a little dog, it'd be me. She said it's somehow weirder.
Okay, she's just not like other girls, I guess.
I guess not. She's not a manic pixie dream girl. She's my manic pixie dream girl.
There you go.
That's all I have to say. This is a crazy movie.
I will say this. Ramona's a little cutie pie.
You like Mary Elizabeth Winstead?
I do. I wish anybody from the cast or Edgar Wright would come on the podcast so we could talk to them.
I wish that anyone from the movie, including Edgar Wright, would come and give me a kiss.
I wish that
any of them,
the people of the internet, would watch this video, like and subscribe, and leave a comment.
I wish anybody who likes or leaves a comment would also give me a kiss.
Free kisses. You heard it here from Michael.
What? That could be you.
like and
Good luck.
Subscribe.
And that could be you.
You know what? No need to worry, Sybil. Most of our audience is male.
In fact, most of the people commenting is me.
100% of our audience, I think, on most of our videos, except for maybe like the Barbie one.
And from the Philippines.
Yeah. If you're watching Hero, you're probably in the Philippines right now.
Yeah. If
you're on the internet watching Full-Time Movie Fans and you're in the Philippines, you're watching Hero.
Correct.
Man, Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Mm-hmm.
Would recommend. How many out of 10 evil X's? How many evil X's would you give out of 10?
This one's gonna surprise you. It's a 9.
9 out of 10 evil X's. You would fight to watch this movie?
Yeah.
I don't know. That is super high. I think I would just like be a little bit lower than you.
That's fine.
I would give it the same rating score as I did for Iron Man, which is 8.5.
Okay.
Evil X's.
Good movies. Watch them.
Out of 10.
Watch them.
Yeah. And then watch this video.
We're probably a little late to tell them that, but yeah.
Yeah. They can only get to this point by watching the video.
Yeah, do not pass go.
Yeah.
Do not collect your bus fare.
Yeah, exactly. Just like Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yeah.
This podcast is done. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to say the outro? You say it and I'll mouth it. Okay.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Well, thanks for watching Full-Time Movie Fans. We hope your day is everything you dreamed it'd be and more. Bye.
Sup? You know, you'd look cooler if you'd subscribed.
Your dad wouldn't be so disappointed in you if you subscribed.
Your friends would do it. Aren't you like them? Don't you want to be like your friends? Your friends would do it. Nah, you're too much of a wimp anyway.
Yeah, you won't.
You could watch a couple other videos though, if you were cool.
Yeah, you won't though. Should.